Federated Farmers want the government to follow through on a promise to change Kiwisaver rules, make it easier for young farmers to get on the property ladder. Fed Farmers National Dairy Chair Karl Dean's with me this morning. Hey, Karl.
Good morning.
Good.
Thanks for having me on the show.
Oh, great to have you here, and thanks for being with me. What's the story at the moment? Because obviously everyone knows you can use your Kiwisaver for your first home deposit, to put towards your first home deposit. What's the story if you're on farm?
So if you're on farm or in a service tenancy, like some firefighters, some defence force, can't currently use that Kiwisaver to buy your first home because you're not going to live in it for the first 6 months. So we really want to see this changed and opened up to allow equal opportunity for all New Zealanders.
It's an absolute no-brainer in my mind. And so are you talking about them owning the home and like going there on the weekend, or owning it and potentially renting it out because they're living on farm?
I think that would be entirely up to them as to how they use that first home. But at the end of the day, it is a sort of a security net for those people who are in service tenancies. They could lose their job at any time, like anybody. And if you have a home to fall back on that you've been investing in and saving towards, it makes things a lot easier for those people.
Was a pre-election promise from National. Where's it at?
Yes, it was a pre-election promise from National, and I must acknowledge Suze Redman. She has done a great members bill for this, but it has not gone through the House. It has not been picked up by the government. National may have come up with it, but the government now needs to take it and put it through due process.
Who's stopping it? Is one of the coalition partners stopping it or something? Have you been given a reason?
I have a feeling there may be some coalition partners who are not wanting it to go through, but potential here for Labor to join the party and get it across the line.
It seems weird. I'm trying to think on what grounds Winston wouldn't like it, and I'm trying to think on what grounds Seymour wouldn't like it, and I can't immediately think of anything. What can you?
I think you'd have to ask the political parties as to what their opposition is about it. But I do know they're in discussions, and we'd like to see them all make the decision before the end of the parliamentary term to get it over the line.
Very odd indeed. What's the situation if you're living in a service tenancy on farm? How are you there full time all the time? For how many years? What's the common scenario?
Yeah, so service tenancy on farm, most common scenario is you're a full-time employee. Ideally, you are given a property to rent that is on the land, and it's ideal that the farm employee rents that property so that they are close to the farm. They're there if something goes wrong. They're there, cuts down their travel time, cuts down, when we think about the long hours that farmers and other service tenants, that's why they're given these properties, is to make sure that they've got somewhere adequate to rest and relax without having to do a long commute or put their health and safety at risk.
Karl, we'll follow it up with the relevant parties and see if we can get a response from them for you.